Hi guys, in this video we are going to be giving you 5 things that we wish we would have stuck to or known before getting our first set of sheep. Let me tell you, we ended up having to take back our first set of sheep, so be sure you watch through the video so you know all 5 things, and that way you don't have that happen to you. So if you're new here, my name is Kelsey. My husband's name is Ryan. He is joining me for a couple of videos, hopefully more often. Leave a comment below telling him that you loved seeing him in the video. But if you're new here, we are just sharing our family farm and sharing inspiration and education on things that we are doing on our farm so others can learn from it. So 5 things. Number 5, know your goals for your flock so that you have know what your foundation is and they can guide you for what to look for.
Okay.
Yeah. So ours was like parasite resistance.
Yep.
Which also included that breed that we wanted. So we were looking more for Katahdins.
Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We're back. Okay.
We wanted hardy sheep was our goal. Yeah. And, there's a balance with everything, but we had heard a lot about Katahdins. I don't know. St. Croix was another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few different breeds that are considered hardy, but again, it's in the management of those sheep that makes them hardy, and that's what we're going to have to develop with what we're doing. We're not even using a Katahdin ram on them. We're tried a different breed, so we're gonna have to do a lot of figuring out. But yes, you got to know what you're kind of wanting to get in order to get that. If you just go to the sale barn and buy sheep, you're going to get sheep, and you're going to have to do a lot of culling in order to select for what you want. But if you go to a farm, you can see the farm, see their management, and see if it matches kind of what you're trying to accomplish.
Yep, definitely. So number 4, whatever you bring onto the farm could have long-lasting effects on either the animals that you have on the farm, so if you have existing sheep, or also your land. So dive into it on another video, but our situation was that we brought sheep onto our farm, our first set of sheep that had an abortion disease, and they thank goodness we were able to find out everything about it within a week, so we were able to isolate that area and make sure that no other sheep or our cattle weren't affected by any of it. Okay, we have a little bit of a wind situation, so sorry about the movement. So just be careful about the sheep that you're getting. Number 3, I said research reputable breeders and don't go to the sale barn, which we already kind of talked about that.
Yeah.
But know what sheep you're getting when you bring them onto your farm.
Yeah, and it just depends on your goals too. I mean, if for sheep enterprise, if you're trying to actually make decent money or any money, you need quantity. It's just a numbers game, just like everything else is in production agriculture. But you may have to go to a sale barn, or it might be the quickest and easiest way to get in, but again, you're going to have to do a lot of culling, because typically, at least in cattle, I'm assuming it's similar in sheep, if you have a good young ewe who is producing twins, maintaining herself, and is doing what a sheep should and making money, she's not going to be at the sale barn until she's old or she has problems. That's typically how it works with sheep. And good young cows typically don't go to the sale barn unless there's a drought or some specific reason why they're there. But anyways, that's kind of one of the reasons to go to the farm if you can. You may pay more, but it may get your foot in the door with better genetics.
Yep. Long-term wise, it might help out. So number 2, we touched on this in our last video about sheep, but you need to train them right, like the fencing. So our fencing situation is that we have 2 poly braids, hot wire, and they stay in really well. But we've had a couple sheep that have gotten out, and we've had to like retrain them, or hopefully we're still in the process of trying to retrain them, so that way we don't have to sell them.
We'll see. We don't know yet.
Yeah. But yeah, if you can.
And we got our sheep from places.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Had
both places we got our sheep used high tensile electric polybraid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they already came knowing that.
They kind of already knew it from the start, which was kind of cool too, because that fit kind of what we're doing.
And then the number one thing, I just listened to a podcast the other day, but it was your first set of sheep is going to be your learning set of sheep. So Ryan will like this. I hate thinking of it this way, but you need to start small and learn the sheep, learn how sheep operate and stuff, versus so we had 31 total, I think. Okay. Well, 30,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. We have around 30 sheep, so that's a pretty big number for our first set of sheep. But instead of getting 100, which I would have liked to do, you need to start small and learn the animal before you dive all in.
Yeah, because there's just a lot to learn.
There is.
Yeah,
and you'd hate to have a headache of way too many and not knowing what to do.
Yep.
Well, our situation too was that we got Lola, our livestock guardian dog, and so she was learning as well. She was only 4 or 5 months old, and so her learning, us learning her, us learning sheep, it all had to work out the way it did. So
I don't know. I mean, it all again depends on your situation, but I've heard on different podcasts and things that sheep multiply, meaning like, okay, you might have started with 30, but you can grow sheep fairly fast within your own flock because of twinning.
Yep.
And triplets and all that jazz, that you can gain your females fairly quick, whereas that's a different story with cows. It takes a lot longer, and they come into reproduction faster. So it's just, you can start small and grow faster than you could in different livestock enterprises.
Definitely. So our question for the video is, what have you taken away from this? Are there any things that surprised you with the 5 different things that we listed? Hopefully you can learn from those and avoid mistakes. Avoid a few mistakes. You can never avoid all of them. But yeah, so comment one thing that you've learned from this video. Well, thank you guys so much for watching another video. Thank you for Ryan for coming in the video and putting a little extra input, because that's always nice to have somebody else's input, especially the other farmer in my operation. Mm-hmm. But if you guys don't want to miss out on any of our beginning farmer series or our sheep farming series, make sure that you're subscribed, and you can look in the description box below, and I'll have playlists to both of those. But thank you guys so much for your love and support, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.